Today we will explore one of the foundational truths of the gospel, the genealogy of Jesus Christ, traced all the way from Adam to his birth in Bethlehem. Both Matthew's and Luke's Gospels provide us with detailed records of Jesus' lineage. The genealogies are more than simple lists of his ancestors. They reveal God's faithful plan, the fulfillment of prophecy, and the story that ties Jesus to every generation in history. The genealogy of Jesus begins with Adam, the first man created by God. This connection underscores an essential truth. Jesus did not just appear out of nowhere, he was born into the human race, sharing in our history and humanity. From Adam, the biblical lineage continues with Seth through many generations, all the way to Terah, who was the father of Abraham. To Abraham, God promised to give a land, a nation, and a blessing. God also promised Abraham that through his descendants all nations would be blessed. Abraham bore Isaac, and Isaac bore Jacob. Together, these three are known as the patriarchs of the Jewish nation. Jesus' lineage continued from Jacob through Judah through many generations, unto Jesse, the father of David, who became king of Israel. After David, the genealogies of Jesus found in Matthew and Luke differ, but both point to the same truth. Jesus is the promised Messiah, fulfilling prophecies that require the Savior to come from Abraham's line through David. The genealogy in Matthew is that of Joseph, Jesus' earthly father. After King David, the lineage proceeds with King Solomon. In Luke, the genealogy is that of Mary, although the Bible lists Joseph. Luke 3:23 says, "Now Jesus himself began his ministry at about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph, the son of Heli." The parenthetical, "as was supposed," indicates adoption of Joseph by Mary's father, Heli, for inheritance purposes. This dates back to an exception given by Moses when a father had no sons, only daughters. For more information about this, visit reasonsforhopejesus.com and read Who Were the Daughters of Zelophehad? Matthew emphasizes the royal line, showing Jesus' legal right to David's throne. Luke, on the other hand, starts with Jesus' birth mother Mary and takes the genealogy all the way back to Adam and ultimately to God, showing that Jesus is both the Son of Man and the Son of God. In Mary's genealogy, after David, the line proceeds through Nathan, King David's third son. Throughout Israel's history, God preserved the kingly line of David. The inclusion of people from outside Israel, such as Ruth and Rahab, also demonstrates God's grace is given to all who trust in him. When we read these genealogies, we are reminded that Jesus stepped into real history. Not myth, not legend. He set aside his divinity and lived a fully human life. The list of Jesus' ancestors contains saints and sinners, kings and peasants, men and women, those who followed God closely and those who strayed. Yet through them all, God faithfully worked his plan, culminating in the birth of Jesus Christ in Bethlehem. Why does this matter for us today? Jesus' genealogy tells us that God works through ordinary people and imperfect circumstances to fulfill his promises. It reminds us that what God has promised and prophesied will come to pass, and it shows God's faithfulness to every generation. The genealogies of Jesus through both Mary and Joseph assure us that Jesus is our true Redeemer and the promised King of Kings. Invite all people to come to Jesus in faith to find forgiveness and everlasting life, the grace and redemption that stretches from Adam to eternity and gives hope and joy for today. Now take a few minutes and review our chart of the genealogy of Jesus through both Joseph and Mary. If you would like a PDF copy of this, perfect for a handout in Bible study, email hope@reasonsforhopejesus.com and specify genealogy chart. Thank you for joining us. For more information, check out these articles at reasonsforhopejesus.com.